Differentiation and personalization in the classroom used to mean many hours of extra work for teachers, and stacks of wall charts and binders to take home on top of everything else. For over a decade, Empower has been recognized by industry leaders and some of the nation's most innovative competency-based schools as the LMS of choice to make personalized learning a reality. Now, in Empower 3, all of the dynamic Empower tools that we have developed in partnership with teachers are even easier to use. As I log in to my teacher homepage, you'll see that Empower has gotten a makeover. Don't worry, every Empower tool is still here and very familiar. What's changed is that we're now saving a ton of clicks by putting those tools into 3 overarching tabs: Instruction, Scoring, and Reporting. These tabs will have the tools and the workspaces you need, and you can access your tools and classes without having to go in and out. Let's take a case and watch this in action. I see I have some new messages. Looks like one of my students' parents wrote, "Mr. Idaho, I was noticing yesterday that Aaliyah is behind pace in ELA. It looks like she's struggling with understanding some of the literary structure in Shakespeare. We worked on her Hamlet homework last night together and watched some of the videos you have in that activity. Thanks for all your help. I'm confident Aaliyah is getting the hang of it." I had also noticed that Aaliyah was behind pace while looking at my new teacher proficiency dashboard, but she's not too far back. When I look at this class's data overlaid on the full scope and sequence of my curriculum, I do have a few other kiddos who still need a bit more time with the same standards. Still, by noticing this early on, we can help Aaliyah reach the personal learning goals she has. What I need to know is where Aaliyah is at right now in her learning. What specifically is she struggling with, and what exactly does she need to learn or do next? Let me flip to the class Aaliyah is in my gradebook, and let's see the ELA scores. These are sets of standards I've picked out and saved in order to work with them in my gradebook. No more need to look at the whole scope and sequence when giving summative scores. Another neat new thing while we're here, not only have I custom built this gradebook, but I can easily rearrange these columns just by dragging and dropping. Now, looking at this, Aaliyah is at a 2.0 in a few of these, which isn't necessarily bad, but they are areas where she may be ready to move to higher levels of rigor. By pulling up the rubric, I can remind myself what it means on this standard to have a 2, and what it takes to get a 3. Let me drill into this standard for more information and see what Aaliyah has already done and knows, and how I can help her to move forward. From here, I can see any time in my students' entire learning careers that they've interacted with this standard. I get to see Aaliyah's scores, her digital work, and her learning trends. Armed with this information, I can flip over to my Instruction tab, and here are all of the activities, quizzes, and playlists I'm working on with this class. In Empower 3, I can now shuffle these so this workspace is exactly how I want it to be. And I see that Aaliyah is working through the Shakespeare unit, as her father mentioned, and I know that she'll have more opportunity to demonstrate mastery coming up. When she comes into class today, I plan to have students break up according to these groupings which Empower is showing. I'll spend a little extra time with this group as they're behind the pack. As time goes on and Aaliyah works with this learning, she can turn in work through Empower, which I can review and score right here. By giving separate scores for different standards on each piece of learning, I'm able to celebrate her strengths, and I'm gathering specific evidence of her need. When I want to enter quick scores, or maybe work that wasn't turned in digitally, that's easy in Empower as well. I just flip my gradebook over to Score Evidence, and I can create a quick entry to use while I walk around the room with my iPad entering observations. By popular demand, we've also added a new button in the scoring tool that allows you to toggle on 10 key so you can enter scores on your number pad. Finally, at reporting time, Empower takes the things I'm already doing in my classroom every day and easily generates standards-based progress reports to send home, or even transcripts that highlight student strengths and interests. By making our existing tools this much more accessible, we're confident that Empower 3 is going to be a big win, both for our experienced users who are already familiar with the tools, and for new users who are going to have a much simpler point of entry now. If you'd like to upgrade to Empower 3, just go to our help desk and let us know. And if you're not sure how to get there, feel free to give us an email or a call. We look forward to hearing from you.